What is going on, everyone? It is Tal, and I am bringing you the first week of playoffs here, and hopefully to many more as we face the moldy sandwiches. And we faced them earlier in the season, very difficult opponent here. Sneasler kind of went off at the end of that game, but that game was all the way back in, I believe, week 2. And we made some changes, and yeah, it's going to be a difficult battle here. They have a very strong, balanced team with a lot of offensive threats like the Primarina, Moth, Hydrapple, Noivern, very special. And then on the offensive side, Treads, Hitmonlee, Obstagoon, Galele, and then some more defensive threats in that Orthworm that can also tear it into a Poison Ghost or Water type, and then a Hitmonlee that can tear it into a Fighting Steel or Dark type. So I made so many different teams. I think I tried every single Mon here except for Bidoof. Everything really got a chance to, try and shine. So yeah, I mean, it's a very difficult matchup here for us, so we have to be pretty wary of how we go about this. So the first Mon, this is a Mon that I was always going to bring into this matchup, just how I was going to focus it. We're going to bring a really kind of super offensive but also pretty defensive Golden Go here. Max special attack, max HP, Thunder Wave to get some big paras on that Moth, on that Noivern, as well as like the Obstagoon and the Hitmonlee. And then we are Hex Nasty Plot. Basically, besides the Obstagoon, Hex hits everything pretty hard. If we can get a Thunder Wave on it, that's also really good. Yeah, I mean, the only threat really to this is that Treads, but we have some other options into that, such as our next Mon that is a very, 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 very defensive Mew here. We are Heal Bell just in case he wants to Toxic Us or Will-O-Wisp with any of his Mons. Soft Boil to heal back up, Flip Turn for momentum, and then Transform as kind of like a last ditch thing. If he gets like really offensive on a Mon, we can transform into them, try to basically counteract them, and maybe get a kill. Would be a speed time most likely, but we got to do what we got to do here. Next one we are bringing is an Air Balloon Sneasler. This is for that Treads, also so that we can kind of control when we get our Unburden off. We are Swords Dance, Dire Claw, Close Combat, and Rock Slide here. Enough speed to outspeed a max speed Iron Moth before the Unburden boost. But yeah, decent into the Treads, and then we can kind of go from there. Next one we are bringing is a super specially defensive Rotom Heat here. Pain Slit, Will-O-Wisp, Overheat, and Volt Switch. Kind of just a pivot Mon into most of his team, especially into that Iron Moth. The only I don't believe it gets Meteor Beam, but if it does, that is really the only thing that it can go for against us. Really nice into the Noivern to get some Volt Switches off, and then if we can predict that Iron Treads correctly, we could be in good shape. Next Mon is kind of our wild card this week. We are going to be bringing a Shell Smash, White Herb, Terra Ghost, Turtonator here. Enough speed to, I believe, outspeed a max speed, I think it's a max speed Iron Moth, and yeah, max special attack here besides us being timid, some HP investment, some defense investment, Shell Smash, just to, hit everything really, really hard, Flamethrower, Scourge Kick, Dragon Pulse, and if we can get maybe 2 Shell Smashes off, we can basically just win this game outright. Final one we were bringing is a max specially defensive Samurai Hisui. This is our answer into the Iron Mouth every single time, as well as that Noivern. We have Ice Beam for the Hydrapple and for the Noivern, and then Ceaseless Edge so that we kind of can force in that Iron Treads, and then go from there with our Mew and, getting a Flip Turn or a Sicket Sword off. So that is going to be the team for this week. Really excited for playoffs, but also really worried. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the battle. See you there. Okay, we are in the battle right now. Brings about what I'm expecting here. Brings the Obstagoon instead of the... What was he bringing in mocks? It was Hero who I was mocking with. Brings the Obstagoon instead of the... Hydrapple. So, kind of nice to see that. Makes Golden Go's life a little bit more difficult, but that's going to be okay. I kind of want to lead the Mew, just because the threats that he can lead with are kind of like that Treads, that Iron Moth, maybe even the Coco. So yeah, I'm going to lead with the Mew, and he may expect that he's just going to lead with that Coco, and we can kind of just get his set right off the bat. We are always flip turning out of here. This is the plan every single time. Really, really nervous. He goes for the taunt, expecting like a stealth rock, so that is perfectly fine. Coco took 16% from that, so let's just see if it's like a standard Coco. May have some bulk here. Yeah, it definitely has bulk. Could be like max HP, so that's pretty good to know. The threat we want to go into here, I mean, I kind of like going into our Sneasler. Also, I kind of like just going Turtonator and maybe just getting a Scorching Sands off. So that's what I'm going to do. Could be expecting an Iron Defense. I'm just going to go for a Scorching Sands. We definitely want to get some damage off. He could be expecting the Iron Defense Body Press, which I have been bringing almost every single week, so a Taunt or a Toxic makes a lot of sense here. I'm fine with a Toxic because we do have the Heal Bell on our Mew. So, yeah, how much is a Scorching Sands going to do to a max HP? Because it's looking like max HP, but like not really defense. It could be like max HP and then like a lot of speed, maybe a little bit of special attack or attack investment. Scorching Sands, he just goes for the Toxic. This is gonna do 52% here, and we get the burn, so that is really nice. He could go for a Roost here. I think I just want to go into our Mew. He could Toxic again. He has a couple of options here. I really don't want this Toxic up, so I kind of want to go into our Mew. And he does go for U-turn. So, yeah, he's not max. I don't think he's max HP. I do think he's a lot of HP, but I don't think he's max. Mew, U-turn did 9%, but he is burned. So, healthy. No, he's burned. It's looking about right. Looking like timid. Like, no attack investment at all. Maybe, yeah, it's looking like no attack timid, or maybe something else. So I would expect an Obstagoon switch in here. If anything, I think just knockoff does make a lot of sense into what I'm trying to go for here. I would love to get a Heal Bell off. Really scared about this Earthworm and what it could do to us. Earthworm's really the only thing stopping a Sneasler. So I may have to, like, if we're with Coco or something, he does go Treads. That is really interesting to know. Gets the speed boost off. I don't think he's going to set up. I'm just going to go for a Heal Bell here. He does go for knockoff. That's really not going to do too much. We're going to get our Heal Bell so that Turtonator is not poisoned anymore. And I will just go for a Soft Boil. So this turn actually worked out perfectly. Didn't have to worry about his Obstagoon at all in that sense. Was kind of worried about it coming in there. He could go into it here. He does go for knockoff. Perfectly fine. I will go for that Soft Boil. And no more speed boost. And yeah, we could just go for a flip turn here. I don't really want to go for a transform yet because he's kind of in a good position here. He could always go for rocks with this Earthworm. I'm fine with a rock set, honestly, more than most other sets. We do not have Defog or Rapid Spin on our Mew or Turtonator, but we do have this Samurai Hisui, which is pretty nice here. So could have run maybe Air Balloon on our Golden Go, but I think it's fine that we aren't running it. So we thankfully get the slow flip turn off here. Going to do a little bit of damage. Would love to see if this is like really attacking. He does go for Earthquake, 31%. And okay, so I just want to see Iron Treads. Earthquake did, that looks like max attack. And yeah, that's like max, like no bulk at all. Good to know. Could go into our Rotom here and get a pretty safe Will-O-Wisp off. I'm fine with a knockoff. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp because he could go into his I mean, I think Overheat actually is safer. Yeah, we're going to go for an Overheat. He does go into our Obstagoon. Oh, we miss. We miss. That is really painful. We're going to go for a Will-O-Wisp here. That is just extremely painful. That's why I wanted to go for the Will-O-Wisp. And then we miss the Overheat, which really, really sucks. He does go for a knockoff, 43%. Gets our boots. And then we will go for a Will-O-Wisp. So I think here we have a pretty... I want to go for a Pain Split here, hoping that he doesn't go into his Coco. He does go for Facade. Okay. Does go for Facade. I will go into our Sneasler. Will activate our Air Balloon. I think we just go for Close Combat here. Not risking anything, really. If he goes into his Moth, that is fine. He does go in his Coco, which is good. We should be able to knock it out here with a Close Combat, and we do. So Sneasel is going to pick up a KO. He's going to go into his Earthworm, which is completely fine with me. I think I want to go Golden Go here, as I'm expecting him to be... Yeah, he has Terra Poison. Heavy Slam is going to do nothing into us. And Thunder Wave is pretty free. He could go into his Treads, which makes me kind of want to go into our Samurott. I think I will go into our Samurott, because if he does go into his Treads, would be good to know. I'm trying to think about what calc I want to do right now. The Obstagoon calc, yes. Rotom Heat is down, but that honestly is okay. Obstagoon, Knockoff did... So he wasn't burned yet. He does go into his Moth. This is here just for the Moth. He has Speed Boost. I will just go for a Flip Turn. I think that a Primarina switch-in makes a lot of sense here. Our Ice Beam on Samurott means nothing. So Knockoff did 43%. That looks like Max Jolly. Yeah, it looks like Max Jolly, and we don't know the item yet. Does go for Sludge Wave, 30%. Does get the poison, though, which is unfortunate. Flip Turn does a ton of damage. And, yeah, I feel pretty safe. Couple different options here. So, how much Sludge Wave did... How much does Sludge Wave do? 30%. So, that's definitely not Scarf. 29.7. Interesting. I don't know how much our Mew is going to take. Sludge Wave never should be doing that much damage to us. So I'm a little confused. He could be like... Maybe he is Specs, but like no investment. That's really weird. Mew will never die, so I think I want to go into Mew and Soft Boil. Mew's never going to die here. Obstagoon switch also makes sense. Yeah. So we will Flip Turn out, unless I do want to Heal Bell. I think I want to Flip Turn because the Obstagoon feels pretty likely. He does go for a Fiery Dance, gets that special attack boost, but he doesn't have the speed boost anymore. So we can go U, and we could just go for a Rock Slide. And that is what we're going to do. So I originally had an Enamorus with like Psychic. I originally had Psychic on the Golden Go because of Terra Poison on the Earthworm. This one is really scary. It's really, really, really scary. He is going to go into the Earthworm. We are going to get a Rock Slide off. And, yeah, I mean, we do have some options. I think I will go into the Golden Go. He is a more offensive set, it's looking like. Let's go into her. Just for having Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam. I think it did like 9%. Interesting. Heavy Slam should be doing a lot more. How much did Heavy Slam do? 18. Oh, yeah. So that's like... That definitely has some attack investment. It's not max, but it's definitely some. Yeah, he has like some attack investment. So it could just even be just like 4. He does go into his Iron Moth. I think I'm okay with this. I don't think a Fiery Dance will knock us out, so I will go for the Thunder Wave, expecting him to either go for a Fiery Dance or a Morning Sun. He does go for the Morning Sun. Please hit this. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so freaking bad. We are going to go for a Thunder Wave. I mean, like, if this is how this game is going to go, then yeah, we will lose. Couple different options. I think I just want to go for the Thunder Wave again. If he goes Treads, he goes Treads. I can always go into our Mew. Or we just go straight into Mew. Or we just go into Samurott. I think I'm just going to go Mew. I expect the Treads to come out here. That's really disappointing. We do outspeed, which means that he does go for an Overheat. And I think he may just go for it again. Or he'll go for like a... I think he will just go for an Overheat again. So I will go into Samurott. I think we need to save Mew. He is going to Fiery Dance. That's going to do 0 damage into us. I really want to start Ceaseless Edging. I think an Obscune may come out here. I don't think he stays in. I'm going to Sacred Sword. He does go Primarina. Okay, so, I mean, I called the switch, but just the wrong Mon. We will flip turn, hoping he's not, like, a Scarf set. Yeah. And we will go just straight into our Golden Go. A lot of different things happening. He's going to bring in the Treads here, which may mean I have to sacrifice the Mew. He brings in Moth. We're never going to die to this. Actually, he may just go for Overheat again. I think I have to sacrifice the Mew. And then I think I need to start setting up with our... Yeah, he is going to Overheat, and I think we could go Turtonator and start setting up. That is what I'm going to do. Turtonator's going to come out. Treads, I do not think is Scarf. He does go Obstagoon. He does not know what Terra we are. Will a Flamethrower knock him out? So we are Turtonator. Obstagoon. Facade, if he is burned, will never kill us. Flamethrower at +2 will kill him every time if he's like no investment. We are just going to go for the Flamethrower. Going to do a lot, but not enough. Facade is going to almost knock us out, but not knock us out. Really thought about going for the Terra Ghost there. We are going to Flamethrower. I don't think it's going to get Sucker Punch. Damn, if I couldn't risk the knockoff and going Terra Ghost. But we will just Flamethrower here. And yeah, I mean, this Primarina, kind of scary. I think he will go Prim here. I really wish I, yeah, Scorching Sands is going to do, like, no damage. Like, I can contemplate switching. The issue right now is this Earthworm and this Moth. The Earthworm is, like, Sneasler goes crazy against everything except for this Earthworm. I need this Treads to be gone. He's not switching into Prim immediately, which is really interesting to know. No switch immediately is very interesting. I feel like Prim is such an obvious switch right away, but you also don't know our Terra. You could think maybe we're Terra Blast okay. I don't think I can switch here just because there's no reason to. Flamethrower will do a little bit less. I will go for the Scorching Sands. I wish he brought a better move. No burn. He does go for flip turn, knock us out. Okay. So I think the issue here is just this Earthworm. Because Sneasler wins outside of Earthworm. If he goes Moth here, I will go Samurott. If he goes Treads here, I think I will go Sneasler. And I think I just need to start Swords Dancing. And, maybe get like a sleep on the Earthworm. Okay, so we will Swords Dance. Earthworm. And he is Terra Poison. Dire Claw is not going to do a lot. But we have to go for it and hope for something. It is 23% and he's asleep. Incredible. I will go for another Swords Dance. That is what we needed. We needed that. So we're going to be +4. He is looking like he's max. He's max something. I think he's max defense. So he's at 86. I think I will. We're at plus. So Dire Claw to 23%. So yeah, he looks like he's like max defense. +4. Rock Slide does 39. Close Combat does 47 to 59. If we are max, it wouldn't kill. So let's go for a CC. It does 50%. Stay asleep. He does stay asleep. That may be game. That may be game. We're going to just spam Close Combat. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win because we got the full sleep. I feel so bad. That was like our only out in this case. We may win off of luck. And, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. And I'm so sorry. Crit did not matter there. Sneasler going to pick up a KO. I mean, if we miss Rock Slide, I mean, here's the Moth. So we're +4. I mean, I would love to not have to click Rock Slide. I don't think we need to click Rock Slide here. I'm going to click CC, and we do knock it out. We're going to be able to click Dire Claw and click Close Combat. We're going to end this game. Iron Shred's going to come in. We're going to click Close Combat. He's Chopple. It's not going to matter. Oh my god, we got so lucky. We got bailed. We got bailed. We got bailed. Sneasel are going to pick up 4 KOs. We got hella bailed. I'm so sorry. Oh my, I feel really bad. We got bailed, and I feel bad. They played a great game. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometime. I'm sorry. We are going to move on to the next round of playoffs. And yeah, Sneasler with the Dire Claw luck. That's the reason we picked this mon up in the second round, was because of Dire Claw shenanigans. And, you know, we got lucky. We needed kind of that exact situation. So that's going to be the game. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next week of CNL and UDL. Peace out, everybody.